Hello everyone. Today we'll be ranking the flags of North America and the Caribbean. So this is a second video in a series that I'll be doing on ranking all of the flags of independent countries around the world. And let's just dive straight into today's ranking. So the first country we'll be looking at is El Salvador. So this flag is pretty similar to other Central American flags. It's got like the blue bands surrounding a white band in the middle, which is a pretty sleek design. But then there is the seal in the middle, which makes it very, well, difficult to distinguish from other Central American flags for one. And also makes it difficult to draw, right? So I think this is a D tier flag. Next up is Grenada. I quite like this flag. It's got, I think, only 3 colors, which is a good rule of flag design. And it's quite unique as well, so it's easy to distinguish from other flags. It's a little bit complex, that's the one downside, but I still think it's an A tier flag. There we go. Next up is, I think this is Guatemala. The Guatemalan flag is similar to Central American flags, but at least its bands are vertical, so that makes it easier to distinguish. But once again, it's a very complex flag because of the seal in the middle, so I think it belongs with El Salvador in D tier. Fun fact about this flag as well as the Haitian flag, those 2 flags are the only flags together with Mozambique that have like weapons on them, so that's pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, I think for Haiti the same applies, where the seal in the middle makes it, there's just too much going on. So I think it's a D tier flag as well. Okay, next up, Honduras. I like this flag quite a lot. It's got the, over the blue bands over a white band in the middle, and it's got 5 stars in the middle. So it's quite simple. It's not very unique compared to the other Central American flags, but it's still, I think, the best one out of them. So I think this is probably a B tier flag. Pretty good, I think so. There we go. Next up, Jamaica. I think this is a very good flag. It's very unique. It's the only flag in the world that doesn't have either white, blue, or red in it. So its color palette is completely unique. It's A or maybe even S tier. I'm gonna put it in A tier. All right, next up is Mexico. I think this is a solid flag as well. Even though it's quite similar to some other flags, mainly European flags, its seal is very distinguishable, but it is a seal, so it's not easy to draw from memory. But I am inclined to give it a C tier ranking instead of a D tier ranking though, because I quite like the seal. It's quite unique, in the Americas at least. Okay, next up is Nicaragua. I think you already see this coming where I'm gonna put this one. I think it's under D tier tag. Fun fact about the Nicaraguan flag. Nicaragua, together with Dominica, are the only 2 flags in the world to feature purple on them. So in the case of Dominica, it's a lot more, easy to see it. In the Nicaraguan flag, there is a rainbow in the middle, which, it's not, we're not able to see that right now, but there's a rainbow in the middle, and purple is one of the colors of the rainbow. So it does have a little bit of purple in the flag. Okay, next up is Panama. I think this is a really good flag, actually. It's easy to draw from memory. It's recognizable also from a distance. It's either A tier or maybe even S tier. I think I'm gonna put it in S tier. I think it's a really good flag. Okay, next up is St. Kitts and Nevis. Another really good flag in my opinion. It uses, I think, 5 colors. So the standard guideline is 2 or 3, colors from the main color palette. But I think this flag gets away with using 5 colors. I think it's an A tier flag. There we go. Antigua and Barbuda. It's a very unique flag, let's say. So it's obviously a symbol of the sun rising over the ocean. It is a cool flag, but the one downside that it has for me personally is that it looks like a child's drawing. It's not necessarily a very pretty, drawing in its own sense, but it is very unique, and they tried something new. So I am gonna put it in A tier. There we go. St. Lucia. St. Lucia it's one of my favorite flags in the world, to be honest. It does something completely different. It's, the light blue flag, and then it's not a seal, it's more of a symbol in the middle. I don't really know what it stands for, but it's just so unique. For me, this is an S tier flag. It just does its own thing and it does it really well. All right, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of the color palette. The green on the yellow, I just personally don't like it that much. But it is this unique color mix. And also, it's a unique ratio with the middle band being thicker than the bands on the sides. So it's definitely its own thing. I'm gonna put it in B tier. It's definitely a good flag, but not great in my opinion. Next up is Trinidad and Tobago. Somewhat similar to, well, the idea, I guess, with the diagonal band in the middle, somewhat similar to St. Kitts and Nevis, but executed slightly less aesthetically, in my opinion. So I'm going to put it in B tier. All right, the American flag. So the American flag is, of course, super recognizable. It's one of, it's an instant classic, like it's an iconic flag. But it's quite complex, right? It's got 13 stripes and then 50 stars. One could draw this from memory just because, most people are aware of the fact that it's 50 stars and 13 stripes. But, there's just a lot going on. So if it weren't, that iconic of a flag, it probably wouldn't be considered as pretty as it is. But I do still think it's a good flag. I'm going to put this in A tier. I think it's an A tier flag. There we go, Bahamas. Another really good flag, in my opinion. I think today's flags a lot of them are really good. Bahamas is also just a really good flag. It's unique. It's not, you don't mix it with any other flags because it does its own thing with, with the black triangle on the hoist side. I think I'm going to put this one in A tier as well. Hell yeah, let's do it. Barbados. I also really like this flag. The trident instantly gives you, lets you know, oh, this is an island nation. No other country has a trident on its flag as I am aware, as I know of. So I actually think this might be an S tier flag. It just does it tried something new and it did it successfully. All right, so we just had a couple of really good flags. Now I think Belize is one of the worst flags in the world, to be honest. It uses 12 colors, if not more, on its flag. There's just too much going on. There's no way anybody can draw this from memory. It's not clear from a distance what's on the seal. So it's a D tier flag for sure. Fun fact, it's the only flag in the world to have like humans depicted on it. So there's two dudes standing here next to the seal. Fun fact, but yeah, D tier flag. Canada, easy, S tier. Just a great flag. They ditched their old colonial British flag and just came up with something new. And what they came up with was just great. Like the maple leaf is now instantly recognizable as like the symbol of Canada worldwide. So it's a great flag. Okay, next up, Costa Rica. I think it's a solid flag. It would have been better without a seal on it. I've also seen versions without the seal, so I'm not exactly sure if whether or not the seal is an integral part of it. I'm gonna assume the seal is part of it right now, but I'm still gonna put it in C tier. I think it's better than the other flags with the seals we've seen so far, just because of the fact that it's more, it's easier to distinguish. It's not similar to any other flags. Cuba, another well thought out flag in my opinion. I think it's another A tier. Okay, second to last flag, Dominica. It's another flag with purple on it. So there's a lot of purple here actually. It's a decent flag, but it's definitely not a good or great flag. There's too many colors, the parrot or whatever the bird is in the middle, it's too intricate. I think it's a C tier. It's better than the D tier flags, but it's not better than a C tier flag in my estimation. Okay, last flag of today, the Dominican Republic. It's a good flag. Its color palette is somewhat similar to Panama, but you would never mix these, so it's distinguishable. It's a shame once again of the seal in the middle, and just because of that, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to put it in C tier. If the seal wasn't there, it might have been a B tier or maybe even A tier flag, to be honest, because it's so unique. All right. So this is the final ranking of today. I think I'm giving it a look. I think I agree with everything I've done so far. Jamaica, maybe A plus. Yeah, I'm not sure if Jamaica, maybe it should be in S tier even, but I'm gonna leave it in A tier for now. So yeah, this is the final ranking of the flags of North America and Caribbean. Let me know what you think of this ranking. Yeah, share your thoughts in the comments below. And thank you for watching.